passes through point P and is parallel to the line that we're given. So we're given a point, and we're going to find the slope from the equation. Being parallel means the slope needs to be the same. Since the two things we're going to be using are the point and the slope, we will need to use the point-slope formula, which I wrote at the top of the screen. Given this point gives us our x1 and our y1, and I always label that because I want you to know where they're going to go in the formula for x1 and y1. And then we need to use this equation and find m. It's not in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. It's not currently like that, so we need to make it look like that. So I'm going to take my equation. It's -1 plus y equals 4x, and I'm going to solve for y. So I need to first add 1. Y equals, this is not 1x, it's just 1, so 4x plus 1, and now y is alone. So I'm able to look at the equation and see that m is 4. Since the instructions said the line should be parallel to this, it should have this same exact slope. So in my formula, m will be replaced with 4. So I'm going to fill in my formula now. Remember that in the formula, the y, the original y in front and the original x in front are going to stay in the equation because you should have an x and a y. So it's going to be y minus y1 in this point is 5 equals m, which is 4, times x minus x1, which is 2. So currently I have an equation, and you'll get a lot of the credit for getting to this point, but I do ask that you simplify it to have the final answer. So to simplify, you're always going to distribute right here on the right, distributing 4 times x, and 4 times -2 would be -8. And then get rid of this number right here with the y by either adding or subtracting depending on the value. Here it's a -5, so we'll add 5 to both sides to get y alone. -8 plus 5 is -3. So here is this equation that goes through point P and is parallel to the current equation. I'm going to do the one beside here as well. This one, they gave us a point, so this will be our x1 and y1. And they gave us an equation, but they didn't solve, like y is not alone, so we need to solve for y first. Always isolate the y term first by adding or subtracting if there's a constant here. So I'm going to add 6 to both sides. Gives me -2x plus 6. Now I need to isolate y by dividing by 2 everywhere. Every single piece in the equation. If you're dividing one, you have to divide them all. That means that this would be -1x. You don't have to write the 1. And then 6 divided by 2 is a +3. So in this equation, m is -1. So now I need to take that and I need to plug it into my point-slope form of the line, which is going to be, and I'm going to make a little bit of room here for that. That's going to be y minus the y1, which is 1, equals the slope, -1, times x minus the x1, which is 0. I need to distribute. Y minus 1 equals -1x. Anything times 0 is 0, so this is 0. I don't need to write it, like, plus 0, that's gone. Then add 1 to both sides. Y equals -1x plus 1. Of course, we don't normally write that 1 in front of the x, so y equals -x plus 1. Either of these is totally fine. If you put that 1 in front of the x or not, they're the same, and I would give you full credit for that.